Think you need a big backyard to have a beautiful garden? Well, think again. Whether you've got a balcony, patio, or a narrow side yard, you can turn even the tiniest space into a lush, productive oasis. Today, I'll show you layout ideas and design tricks to make a small garden look bigger, grow smarter, and pack a serious visual punch. This is Small Garden, Big Impact. Layout ideas for tight spaces. Let's get started. When space is limited, you've got to think up, not out. Vertical gardening is your best friend in a small space. You can use trellises for climbing plants like peas, beans, or cucumbers. Wall-mounted planters or pocket gardens for herbs and flowers. Hanging baskets for strawberries or cascading vines. This trick does two things. It saves ground space and creates layers of texture that make your garden look bigger and more dynamic. Pro tip: use repeating vertical structures to draw the eye upward. It gives even the smallest garden a sense of height and flow. In a tight space, everything needs to earn its place, even your furniture. Look for multi-purpose pieces, like a bench that doubles as a planter box, or a fold-down table that attaches to a wall or railing. Storage ottomans that hide your tools or soil bags are super handy too. Every inch counts, so make sure what you add serves both function and beauty. Imagine sipping coffee on a little patio surrounded by herbs, flowers, and veggies, all growing right next to you. Even a 6 by 8 foot garden can feel spacious if you divide it into zones. Think of your layout like designing a room. Create a seating zone, a chair and side table tucked in a cozy corner, a planting zone, containers or raised beds along one wall, and maybe a pathway. Even stepping stones can define space beautifully. Use planters or low dividers to subtly separate areas. It makes the garden feel organized, not cluttered. And here's the secret. Giving your eye structure makes your space feel intentional, not small. Okay, so containers are honestly the MVP of small gardens. You can pretty much grow anything in pots: herbs, tomatoes, flowers, even like dwarf fruit trees. But hey, don't just stick with basic pots, mix it up a bit. Wooden crates give you that rustic vibe, and metal buckets bring in a little farmhouse charm. Long trough planters? They're awesome for defining edges or even creating some privacy walls. Try clustering containers by height and color to add depth. And, oh, remember, when you group plants together, they help each other retain moisture and you get that lush, full look that just makes your space feel super alive. Light is, honestly, everything when it comes to small spaces. If your garden's on the shady side, you can add mirrors or reflective surfaces to bounce light around. Hang them on fences or walls. Just make sure they're not in spots where they might scorch your plants. Painting fences or pots white or lighter colors can also help brighten up those dark corners. And if you're working with a courtyard or an apartment, try using solar string lights or little lanterns to add some warmth in the evenings. It really does transform your space in an instant. When space is tight, every plant should earn its keep. Choose plants that are compact or dwarf varieties, like patio tomatoes or dwarf blueberries. Go for multi-seasonal options, so you've got something that looks good all year round. Layering is key too. Combine ground covers, mid-height plants, and tall accents for a lush feel. And, oh, don't forget scent. Fragrant herbs like rosemary, thyme, and lavender can make your garden feel totally immersive, even in the tiniest area. If your garden feels exposed, you might want to add some vertical height for privacy and structure. You can use trellises with climbing jasmine or peas, or maybe lattice screens that double as art. Tall grasses and planters work great to soften those edges too. Not only does this create privacy, but it also adds layers and dimension, turning a flat space into a cozy green sanctuary. Here's the golden rule for small gardens: simplicity over clutter. Stick to 2 or 3 main materials and a consistent color palette. Too many textures or mismatched pots can just make the space feel kinda chaotic. A simple design feels intentional and elegant, like a little outdoor retreat instead of a jumble of plants. So there you have it, proof that you don't need a big yard to create a big impact. With vertical space, a smart layout, and creative container choices, even the smallest garden can become your favorite spot in the world. If this inspired you, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more garden design tips, and comment below. What's your biggest small garden challenge right now? Until next time, keep growing, no matter how small your space.